channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa, and today we are celebrating Valentine's Day. I am going to show you how to make a delicious Valentine's Day treat that could be served for breakfast, but it also doubles as a decadent dessert. We are making dark chocolate muffins with a raspberry swirl. They are so good, and they are actually really easy to make. I am excited to be partnering with my friends at Bob's Red Mill to be bringing you today's recipe. I am partnering with them all year long to bring you healthy, gluten-free, vegan recipes that are all whole grain based. So today we are using a bunch of their different products in these muffins. We are using their oats, we're using their flaxseed meal, we're using their chia seeds. We're using a bunch, and that is what I love about their product line, is that it's incredibly diverse and you can pretty much get everything you need for baking from Bob's Red Mill. So I have the full blog post and recipe up on my blog today, so you can get that in the description box below. I've also included Bob's Red Mill information in the description box below, including links to the products that we're using as well as to their general website, so you can browse away. And I also just want to say happy Valentine's Day to all of you who are celebrating. Even if you aren't celebrating with a partner, you can have Galentine's Day or just celebrate by yourself by showing yourself a little bit of love and making these muffins for you. So happy Valentine's Day, and let's go ahead and dive into our recipe. First thing we'll do for this recipe is make our chia jam. I've actually showed you how to make this before in my raspberry thumbprint cookies, so I'm not going to go over the full thing here, but essentially it's just cooking together raspberries and chia seeds, and I will link how to make it in the description box below for you. So while the jam is cooling, we can get started with our muffins. We're going to first start by making our oat flour, which is just blending up oats in a blender, or you could choose a food processor. I add about 2 cups of oats into my blender, and then I blend it up until it's a fine powder, and this is the consistency you're looking for. You want it to be a really fine flour-like consistency. So for our dry ingredients, we are going to be using 1 1/4 cups of oat flour, as well as some almond flour, some quick cooking oats, some cacao powder, some coconut sugar, baking powder, cinnamon, and sea salt, and we can just whisk that all together until it's combined. You can use your hands to kind of get any clumps out that you want. You want it to be totally smooth and incorporated. Set this aside, and we'll move on to our wet ingredients. For our wet ingredients, we are using a mixture of mashed banana, as well as some unsweetened applesauce. We're also going to be using some non-dairy milk, some maple syrup, some vanilla extract, as well as a flax egg. And again, you guys know how to make a flax egg. I've made this a million times in these videos, so you can find that in the description box below as well. Just whisk this all together until it's totally smooth and incorporated. There will be a few chunks if the banana is a little chunky, that's totally fine. And then you can just pour this into your dry ingredients and stir it all together until it's fully incorporated. And you're gonna have a batter that is kind of like a thick pancake batter. So it's not gonna be a traditional runny muffin batter like the non-gluten-free muffins. It's gonna be a little bit on the thicker side. From there, you can just scoop it into your muffin tin, and you wanna fill them about 3/4 of the way full. The more you fill it, the bigger the muffins. So when I do about 3/4 full, I get 12 muffins. If I do a full muffin tin, I get about 10 muffins. From there, you can add on some of your chia jam. I use about 1/2 teaspoon per muffin. And then you're just gonna use a toothpick to kind of swirl the jam around the center of the muffin. And you can make a little design if you want, or you can just kind of swirl it together. Doesn't really matter, they're still gonna taste good. Once you have your raspberries swirled in, we're gonna bake these muffins at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 23 to 25 minutes until a cake tester inserted into the center comes out clean. Then you can remove them from the oven, let them cool in the pan for like 5 minutes, and then you can remove them all and transfer them onto a wire rack to let them cool completely. From there, you're basically just ready to serve it up. I found that the raspberry jam did kind of melt into the muffin a little bit, so I like to top mine with a little bit of extra jam. Also awesome with peanut butter, but they have such a lovely taste. They are so kind of chewy and light, and of course they're really healthy, fiber packed. They have a ton of natural sweetness in them, and you guys are gonna love them. Now, as an added bonus in this recipe, I also wanted to let you know that you can make these peanut butter flavored if you don't want to do the jam. So basically, you're going to do the exact same thing that we did with the raspberry jam, but we are going to be using peanut butter. So you're just going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of creamy peanut butter per muffin. Again, just swirl it into the center like we did with the raspberry. Bake it for the same amount, follow the rest of the instructions, and you'll have a chocolate peanut butter muffin. So actually, one thing that would be fun if you wanted was to do a 1/2 batch raspberry, a 1/2 batch of peanut butter. So really, I just wanted to give you guys another option with these muffins because I know you're gonna love them both ways. And there you have it, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's recipe video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want the full recipe, it's up on my blog today, so you can get that in the description box below. I've left a link for you. And if you end up making them either for yourself, for your girlfriends, for your loved one, I would love to see a photo on Instagram. You can tag me at Simply Quinoa or using hashtag Simply Quinoa. I also want to thank Bob's Red Mill for joining us in today's video. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I've left all of their information for you in the description box, the links to the individual products that we used as well as to their website. So you can get all of that info in the description box. As I'm sure you guys can tell if you've followed me for a while, I love Bob's Red Mill. I think they are an amazing company. Not only are they employee owned, but they also have a dedicated gluten-free facility. So a lot of their products are certified gluten-free, which is amazing for all of you who have celiac disease. They also use non-GMO seeds in all of their products, so they are just amazing all around. I definitely recommend checking them out if you haven't done so already. And I just want to say thank you again for watching. I hope you have a fantastic Valentine's Day. If you haven't subscribed to the channel already, there's a red button right below this video that will show me a little bit of love on Valentine's Day, and I would so appreciate it if you joined our community. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And other than that, I hope you have an awesome rest of your week, and I will see you on Friday with another brand new video. Bye, guys!